On a quiet Sunday morning in Australia, while most are still stirring from slumber, a moment of cricketing history will quietly take shape across the globe in Jamaica. Under the floodlights of a Caribbean night, Mitchell Starc will stride out onto the field, not just as another Test cricketer, not just as a fast bowler, but as one of only 2 Australian pacemen ever to reach the mythical milestone of 100 Test matches. Let that settle in for a moment. 100 Tests. This isn't just a number. It's a monument, a testimony, a declaration etched into the fabric of Australian cricket. And for Mitchell Starc, it's a milestone hard-earned, carved out through fire, pain, criticism, and unwavering belief in his own rhythm. Because Starc's journey was never gilded with universal praise. It wasn't greeted with open arms and unanimous applause. No, from the very beginning, his place in the longer format was questioned, doubted, dismissed. They said he was too wild, too expensive, too unpredictable, too soft. Yes, soft. That word, thrown like a stone through the windows of a young fast bowler's dreams. But Starc didn't flinch, he didn't fold, he ran in, again and again, ball after ball, spell after spell, and today, he stands on the brink of a milestone few thought he'd ever reach. There was always something about the way he bowled, full, fast, fiery, always searching for the stumps, daring the batter to misjudge even a fraction of a second. It was a style that thrilled, that won World Cups, that terrified tailenders and top orders alike. But it wasn't always a style that won the trust of Test selectors. When the white ball was in his hand, Starc was a magician. A destroyer, a match winner, but with the red ball, under the harsh glare of Test scrutiny, the narrative shifted. And no place was more unforgiving than England. Oh, England. The Ashes were a proving ground, and in 2013 and 2015, Starc's spells were dissected, picked apart, and blamed. The losses, the collapses, the strategy, they often ended at Starc's feet. So much so that by 2019, Australia's brains trust-picked him for just one match. In a series so drenched in drama and passion, Mitchell Starc watched from the sidelines. The message was clear, England was no place for him. But he didn't sulk, he didn't rage, he worked, he waited, he believed, and when 2023 came around, so too did his redemption. Quiet, understated, but undeniable, leading wicket taker, match turner, series saviour. In a summer where every storyline screamed controversy and collapse, Starc wrote a quieter one, of mastery. Of proving the doubters wrong without saying a word. Because that's who he's become. Not the loudest voice, not the headline grabber, but a constant, a relentless heartbeat of an attack that has defined an era. And now, under the stars in Jamaica, he adds one more chapter. 100 Tests, a legacy sealed. It's fitting, really, that his milestone comes under lights. Date-night cricket has always been a stage on which he's shone brightest. It's where that booming in-swinger becomes a weapon of mass destruction. Where he bends the ball like few others in world cricket can. Date-night tests gave Starc a new platform. A new rhythm, a new lease of life. They amplified his brilliance and masked none of his flaws. They gave him space to be the bowler he always wanted to be. And tonight, they'll give him the spotlight for a celebration long overdue. Because the truth is, Mitchell Starc has always been more than the criticism. More than the murmurs from pundits. More than the murmurs from selectors. He's been the first wicket in many collapses. The man you call upon when the pitch is dead and the game needs a spark. The one with the fire in his eyes and the left arm that delivers. Both beauty and brutality. Longevity in fast bowling is no accident. It's a war with your body. A pact with pain. An unspoken agreement to live with discomfort in exchange for one more over. One more spell. One more scalp. Starc has honored that pact 100 times over. He's bowled through broken bones. Through criticism. Through tactical exile. Through role changes, through the changing of captains and coaches. But he kept bowling, and in doing so, he outlasted the critics. Outrun the doubts, outlived the labels. Too expensive. Ask the hundreds of Test wickets. Ask the batters who never saw the in-swinger coming. Too soft. Ask his teammates. Ask those who saw him grimace through pain, hiding injury just to be ready for the next battle. Too inconsistent. Look at the record, the milestones, the destruction left in his wake when he finds his rhythm. Because when Starc is on, he's unstoppable. And when he's not, he still runs in. Every single time. He never made excuses. He never asked for sympathy. He never begged for praise. He just bowled. And that's why this milestone matters. Because it represents something more than numbers. It represents resilience, reinvention, respect. Mitchell Starc, the 100 Test fast bowler. The boy from New South Wales who defied the whispers, the headlines, the questions. The man who now sits beside legends in cricket's most elite club. Tonight, as the ball swings under the Caribbean lights, it swings for more than wickets. It swings for legacy, for redemption, for the beauty of a bowler who never gave up. And when it's all said and done, and the boots are finally hung up, this 100th test won't just be a statistic. It'll be a monument to grit, to growth, to greatness, to Mitchell Starc.